Chapter 266 Waking Up in Comfort. Ooh you ow. You're finally awake. Wang Donga couldn't hide her agitation anymore. Even though she told herself countless times not to cry when Yuao woke up, she still couldn't control herself now that he was actually awake. She leapt onto Huo Yuao and started wailing. She was worried and heartbroken at the same time. At this moment, her tears flowed uncontrollably. Huo Yuao opened his eyes once again. He was still very, very tired. His injuries were too serious. Even though his external wounds had recovered, the conflicting origin energy and soul power in his body, as well as the blazing sunspring water, greatly influenced his condition. Wang Donga cried for 15 minutes, and her tears drenched the front of Huo Yuao's shirt. She only stopped after that. When she lifted her head to look at Huo Yuao again, she discovered that he had already shut his eyes, and she panicked. She quickly wiped her tears away and called, Yuao, Yuao, are you okay? Huo Yuao struggled to open his eyes and forced a slight smile for her. I'm fine. You must stay true to your words. After a few minutes of rest, he felt slightly better. Wang Donga was stunned for a moment. What do you mean? Huo Yuao smiled and said, you said that you were willing to do anything as long as I woke up. You even promised to sleep with me. It'll be like that forever. You must keep your word. Wang Donga broke into a laugh and said, you are in this state, but you still remember these things. Huo Yuao also laughed. It concerns my happiness. I'm going to sleep a while more. As he spoke, he shut his eyes again. Wang Donga quickly lay down beside him. She caressed his chest lightly and used her light-type soul power to absorb the tears from his shirt. When Huo Yuao opened his eyes again, it was already the next morning. He was also much better now. Wang Donga was waiting on him as usual. When she washed his body, she started to feel embarrassed again. After all, it was a different matter when he was awake. She lowered her head and didn't dare to look at him. She rubbed his body gently. Is the temperature fine? Wang Donga asked. Huo Yuao smiled and said, it's good. Okay. Donga, yes? Do you like my butt so much? You've cleaned it 6 times. What? Wang Donga's face turned red, and she quickly put the towel away before covering him with the blanket. Donga. Seeing Wang Donga's embarrassed look, Huo Yuao couldn't help but call her, yes? Wang Donga lowered her head, and her face turned even redder. Huo Yuao said, I want to take my medicine. I'm a little hungry. Okay. Wang Donga rushed to get the medicine bottle. She placed a pill into her mouth. However, she saw Huo Yuao's burning eyes when she lifted her head to look at him. Huo Yuao was smiling as he looked at her. His eyes were filled with a comforted look. When he saw that Wang Donga was like a young lady cleaning up the room and waiting on him, he was touched. This was the perfect life in his heart. A family and a wife that loved him. He might even have a few children in the future. As for his wife, one was enough. He couldn't be like the White Tiger Duke. If not for the White Tiger Duke, his mother wouldn't have suffered. If you still don't feed me, you'll swallow everything. Huo Yuao was amused as he looked at Wang Donga. Wang Donga shut her eyes, and her face turned red. She moved her lips towards Huo Yuao's mouth and transferred the medicinal fluid. However, the tip of her tongue was sensitive. When she touched Huo Yuao's tongue, she was evidently trying to avoid it. Huo Yuao sucked with his mouth, and his tongue wrapped around Wang Donga's. Wang Donga's eyes widened. Hoo. Huo Yuao didn't stop sucking. He was sucking gently. Wang Donga rushed to shut her eyes again. She didn't dare to struggle, and she was afraid of hurting him. They only stopped kissing after their breathing got a little fast. When Wang Donga sat straight, her nose was already panting. She looked at Huo Yuao shyly. You are so naughty. Your tongue can move. This means you can swallow your medicine on your own. You can consume it yourself next time. Huo Yuao chortled. That's not right. You agreed to feed me like this. You can't go back on your word. Wang Donga snorted. I'll help you clean your body. After helping Huo Yuao change his clothes, Wang Donga helped to massage his muscles. As she rubbed his muscles, Wang Donga asked, Yuao, where did you find out about my internal injury? Huo Yuao was a little annoyed. Kiyo is such a blabbermouth. She shouldn't have told you. Donga, I'll follow you back to the Clear Sky Sect when my injury heals. I don't know if the yearning heartbroken grass can work on your injury. It's better to let Uncle Nui Tian and Tai Tan look after it. Wang Donga was doubtful as she looked at Huo Yuao. What's going on? Who told you about my internal injury? Huo Yuao shook his head and smiled. Don't ask me. I've already plucked the yearning heartbroken grass. Isn't everything fine now? Fine. Wang Donga was confused. Her tears were about to flow again as she looked at Huo Yuao. Huo Yuao panicked. Donga, don't cry. Don't worry. I'll get well. I must get well for you. In fact, I wasn't seriously injured this time, right? His mind wasn't very clear, as he just woken up. He had to watch his words even if he wanted to weave a lie. Wang Donga bit her lower lip. Stop talking. I know everything. Wang Qiuer told me everything. In fact, I know even if you don't tell me. Was it the pouch? Huo Yuao didn't make a sound. Wang Donga's lips twisted slightly, and she clenched her fist. Eldest uncle. Second uncle. The two of you. Huo Yuao felt something wrong with the atmosphere, and hurriedly said, Donga, don't be mistaken. The two of them are doing this for your own good. Not anyone can pluck the yearning heartbroken grass. Only I can do so. It's only right that I went. It's fine as long as you are okay. All right. Wang Donga relaxed and didn't say anything else. She smiled and said, they are my uncles. Why would I blame them? All right, you should talk less since you just woke up. Go ahead and rest. I still haven't informed everyone that you're awake. Huo Yuao said, oh, then you should go and tell eldest Dina. They are busy with their cultivation, so don't ask them to come over. I can't do anything anyway since I just woke up. Let me recover first. All right. That's also my intention. It's better not to let anyone disturb you. Lie down first. I'll go and wash your clothes. Okay. It's been tough on you, Donga. Wang Donga shook her head. It's what I should be doing. Shut your eyes and rest. As she spoke, she took the basin filled with Huo Yuao's dirty clothes and went to the bathroom. She closed the bathroom door and couldn't control her emotions anymore. She clenched her fists tightly, and her face turned red from her anger and pain. Eldest uncle, second uncle, why did the two of you do such a thing to Yuao? Wasn't the test at Clear Sky Peak enough? Wang Donga was intelligent. Even though Huo Yuao didn't say anything, she could guess that it was because of the pouch. Even if Huo Yuao had needed to pluck the yearning heartbroken grass, her uncle should have followed him, given their cultivations. After hearing Wang Qiuer's recounting of events, she knew that the setting sun forest was very dangerous. Before even seeing the yearning heartbroken grass, Huo Yuao had already met with danger several times. Huo Yuao wasn't stupid. Wang Donga knew that he would have known that it was a test. However, this test had been too difficult. What would she have done if Huo Yuao didn't make it out alive? She took a deep breath and looked at herself in the mirror. She muttered to herself, from today onward, I'm no longer the young mistress of the Clear Sky Sect. I'm Huo Yuao's wife. I'll repay Huo Yuao for everything that he's done for me with my life. After she finished speaking, her facial expression started to calm down. However, she still looked a little cold. Eldest uncle, second uncle, I'll deal with the two of you when I return. Two manly guys who were drinking shuddered at the same moment. They even almost spilled their wine. Huo Yuao was feeling very calm now. Although his body was very weak, he was very happy now. He was also feeling very calm. He was very satisfied to be alive and able to see Wang Donga again. He was also satisfied to pass her the yearning heartbroken grass. At least he was still alive. I will get well. Huo Yuao shut his eyes, and a figure slowly appeared in his mind. It was someone who cut a sad figure. Qiuer. How did she save me? I clearly felt that I was going to die then. His doubts and the ravishing figure caused him to open his eyes. He sighed. Huo Yuao knew that he owed Wang Qiuer another favor. Without her, he couldn't have survived. It's just that he didn't know what method she had used to save him. She saved his life, and it wasn't the first time. Qiuer, how am I supposed to return this favor? Huo Yuao took in a deep breath and felt an intense pain coming from his chest. To prevent Wang Donga from worrying, he stopped himself from shouting. He relaxed his body, and his pain slowly lessened. Huo Yuao focused and inspected his own body. When he did, he was stunned. He couldn't help but laugh bitterly. Is this really my body? His body wasn't even in a bad condition. It was messy. His passageways were messed up. They were like wool that had formed knots again after being unfurled. The tips couldn't be found at all. He didn't use his soul power to resist the blazing sunspring water. His throat, windpipe and even internal organs were scorched. With the help of a weird force, his burnt organs had recovered. However, the recovery process became very messy because he didn't guide it. His organs were stuck together, and his passageways were jumbled up. Different energies were also present in these passageways. There was the heat from the blazing sunspring water, his own soul power, and the origin energy that the Snow Empress had brought in. It was messy. On the surface, he seemed fine. However, he had only staved off death. The mystical force had protected his important organs so that the various energies within him wouldn't conflict. Otherwise, he would have died many times over. This was terrible. Even though Huo Yuao's state of mind was still stable, he could only laugh bitterly to himself now. It was precisely because his condition was so messy that Elder Zhuang didn't dare to treat him. With his current condition, the various forms of energies, the mystical force protecting him, and the life aura brought about his life's goal achieved a delicate balance. This ensured his survival. If he tried to do anything, he might endanger himself. Treatment might instead put his life at risk. Elder Zhuang had already communicated with Elder Sun in secret. Unless a miracle happened, Huo Yuao would be disabled. Even if he could survive, it would be difficult for him to stand up again. As long as this delicate balance was maintained, his life would only end when the mystical force disappeared. Only Elder Zhuang and Elder Sun knew about this. Elder Sun couldn't bear to tell the rest of Shrek's 7 monsters. Moreover, Elder Sun didn't believe Huo Yuao would collapse just like this. Huo Yuao was always one to create miracles. What should he do? After laughing bitterly to himself, Huo Yuao thought of something. Just like Elder Sun believed, he wasn't one to bow down to fate. Huo Yuao could also sense the balance in his body. In fact, he was even clearer than Elder Zhuang about his own body's condition. He had the Ice Empress, the Snow Empress, and the Sky Dream Ice Worm's strength inside his body, and the origin energy of ultimate ice compressed into his soul bones. There was also the portion of energy sucked away by the Snow Lady. He would be doomed if everything blew apart. After pondering for a moment, Huo Yuao straightened out his thoughts. First, he told himself not to panic. He couldn't rush to succeed. Thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Also leave a comment down below with suggestions on what novels to read.